Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm showing how we can install the latest version of Ubuntu, which is 19.10. I'm showing a technique to install it on the VMware. You can follow the same steps if you are using in a desktop PC. So create the virtual machine like this. Go with the workstation 15.x, the latest one. I will install the operating system later. And choose Linux and Ubuntu 64-bit as the version. Rename the virtual machine. I gave Ubuntu Desktop 19.10, it's fine. And go with the default processor option. It's just a testament, but if you are installing it on a ESXi, you have to think about your requirement. So just giving 2 gigs of RAM. Go with the network address translation and LSA logic. CSI, go with the recommended option and create a new virtual disk. Next, store virtual disk as a single file and 20 gigs is enough. Press next. It's okay. Then customize the hardware and go to the CD drive, CD adapter, and choose the installation file, ISO file. And let's check it once again. Let's remove the printer, we don't need the printer. Close and finish it. So we have finished the requirement for installing Ubuntu on the VMware workstation. So just power on the virtual machine. Switching on the virtual machine, and now it's trying to boot from the CD that we have attached. If you are getting any errors like no disk is found, you have to check the DVD in the settings and make sure it is connected. Now it's loading the files from the CD or DVD that is attached. If you are installing it on a physical computer, the steps will be same from this point onwards. It's trying to copy the required files for and now we have two options, like try Ubuntu and install Ubuntu. If you want to try the Ubuntu without affecting your computer, you can go with the first option. But if you want to install the Ubuntu on this disk or doing a fresh installation, go with this try install and choose the keyboard layout as English US if you are using an English keyboard, and normal installation, go with the normal installation. You can go with other option as well. If you want to install third-party software, you have to check the option that's available in other options. Now for the testing purpose, we don't go with the third-party software installation, we will just go with the normal installation. And you also have the option for minimal installation, which means only web browser and basic utilities will be installed. But for me, I need the basic stuff like office software, games and media players, so I'm going to be installing normal installation. And at this step you have option for the partitions, but for me I'm not going to create any partition. I'll be going with full disk option like erase disk and install Ubuntu. and I don't want to use LVM. If you want to use LVM, you have to choose the LVM as well. And here in the city, I'm gonna give the name Dubai. For me, I think it's the default will be New York. In case if it's showing New York, you have to choose your default city. In my case, it's Dubai, so I'm gonna be choosing Dubai. Wherever location, I think most of the cities that are available in this option. So once you choose Dubai, you can continue to the next step, and here you're gonna give the name. This is gonna be your name, the person who are managing the computer. It's different from the, it can be different from the username, but when you give the name, it will automatically take the computer's name and username as well. So if you want to change it custom, you can go to the specific section and change it. For example, if you put some names here, your computer name and username will be automatically set according to the name you have given. But to change it to a different name, in this case you can do it. I will show you an example of that. Let me try some password. If it's taking the password, make sure it's you're confirming the same password in both section, and you have option to log in automatically or require my password to log in. This means after you install the OS, when you are booting your computer, you have option called login automatically. And the second option is the best one for the security purpose, because it will ask for the password and username, so you have to choose the second option. My suggestion is this one, but even for testing purpose, we can even go with the login automatically option. So now I'm showing how to change the name of computer's name different from our username and the name that we have given in the your name section. So I gave Ubuntu 19. Just let me choose one simple password. Okay, fine, continue. Now it started copying files. This is going to take a little bit time. I have made this video to be faster from this point, because it's going to take a longer time compared to the processor that you have given and the capabilities of the computer that you're installing. If you are installing it on a physical computer, the specification or the speed, everything will be, and the RAM available, of course, it will decide the speed of the installation, because you need to copy all the files and do the installation procedures. Similar to the Windows installation, when you're installing, it will copy everything to the computer and will create a profile. So this is going to take a little bit of time. You have to be patient at this step. You don't need to worry about. Now I'm trying to make it faster, because I'm running it like in a 300% speed at this point. So with this option that we have chosen, we are installing the basic softwares that we have required, like media players. You can see the softwares that is included and available softwares is shown there. But if you are going with the minimal installation, it's going to be much faster, because it's not going to install all the softwares that's there. You can see the softwares that it's installing, like Shotwell Photo Manager is included in this package, and you can go with, if you want, you can go with the supported software. You can download it from software. I'll show you it later. So it's installing one by one, and installing the Firefox web browser for us to browse the internet. Firefox is the default browser that's chosen for the Ubuntu, so the Firefox will be automatically installed at the beginning steps. Even if you are going with the minimal option, it will install the Firefox. And OpenOffice is installing, like Office Writer, Calc, similar to the Excel, and Impress, like I think it's like similar to PowerPoint. And it's customizing the backgrounds, like display, image, wallpaper, whatever you call it. and it's going to the final steps of the installation. You can see the progress of your installation that is shown like in cyan color or something similar to blue. I call it cyan, I think. So it's installing the packages that is required, like what is written there, lib 2.0.0. so these are the packages, some of the packages that is required to run the programs and run the OS in a stable condition. It's running the kgm and copying the installation logs. I think we almost finished. Once we finish, it will ask for a restart window. Just click on the restart now. So which means we have installed the OS, and once it's finished the restarting, you can remove the CD from your tray if you are using a physical computer for the installation. But if you are using a virtual machine, you don't need to disconnect it. It will automatically disconnect in the latest versions of VMware Workstation. But in case if you are going to the if it's going to boot from the CD again or DVD again, you need to check you need to uncheck the connected option. So it's telling that please remove the installation medium and press enter. So I just pressed enter without removing it. It will boot from the hard disk for sure, because I am using the latest version of the VMware Workstation, and it's loading it's booting up the Ubuntu. Now you can see that the name is there. I gave username and password Shamir, and the username was Shamir, and the password I gave whatever I gave. Great. So we are in the user interface of Ubuntu. So I hope this video was helpful, guys. If you have any doubts, you can just comment on the comment box, and do subscribe the channel, click the bell icon for notification. Goodbye.